Hello everyone, this is our demo for app revelio. I'm Kyle.
I'm Kalyan.
And I'm Gustavo.
So what we notice is every year international students lose a lot of money, not only to their tuition, but to the inefficiency of financial systems and to also the natural volatility of the market. That's why we created Revelio. Revelio is an app that reviews patterns and also make foreign exchange international finance not only easy, not only safe, but as efficient as possible. So we can save money and use this money to create memories and enjoy our experience here abroad. So this is our app, and without any other distraction, let's just get into it. So here we just created an account. We're using the clerk system to do do all the authorization. So it's not only safe, but it's also really easy and really accepts different types of logins. So we just need to we do double factor authentication to ensure all users have valid emails and also have valid accounts. So here is our dashboard. We see here's like the core of the information from the app. We can see all the bills the student still has to pay and also the next bill due. And our first big feature is the alert for the quotation. International students lose money to quotation and to changes in the market all the time. So this is our first feature. We're just trying to set an alarm and try to give a notification to the students every time the quotation reaches the desired rate. So if you say 5.2 the quotation, it's gonna send you an email every time the quotation hits anything that's like bigger or equal to that. And it should be any time now since the quotation is already bigger than that. So this is the first feature we have that already saves money for the user. But we'll have much more than that. We already also have expenses. Here is just the entire management platform to manage the expenses. And there's several ways we do to show these expenses. The first thing we can do is we can click in the add new expense button. You can not only add the expenses manually, so tuition yourself and the amount, but to make it even easier, we created a platform that uses OCR to scan documents. That can be your finance, it can be your financial documents, or it can even be a piece of paper. It can be as simple as that. And it gets the documents, it analyzes all of these documents, and it transforms them into financial documents and bills. So you can see here, just a piece of paper, just a simple photo. It's already here. USF tuition, the due date, and the amount. And you can see, based on that, we have an agent that does predictions, and it's able to predict what the most likely next expense is going to be based on your past expenses. So we added the USF tuition. It's also going to have USF tuition for the spring, summer, and fall. And our next feature is going to be FX routes in the bill scheduler, and Kalian is going to explain that.
All right, sounds great. So, as you can see right here, the main purpose of the app is basically trying to figure out the best point in which we can convert a local currency to a foreign currency, and that includes also knowing the routes, the best, the fastest route and the cheapest route, right? And so over here in this tab of our application, we have different kinds of routes that we can use. We put some here for credit, for instance, Wise and Remitly. And we have the following pieces of information. We know how much the total cost is going to be, and we also know the time. Over here, we can select bills. Right now, we only have one because we only added one cost to the application, but presumably as the user keeps adding more and more invoices, there is more that the user can choose, and they can choose different providers and see exactly the savings that it would be doing for each one of those. So, as we said, whenever we add an expense, there exists an agentic structure behind it. Essentially, we're using 5 different agents with LangGraph, and those agents are collecting all sorts of different kinds of informations to essentially create the bill scheduler. Now, in the bill scheduler, what you have is essentially all of your real invoices, all of your real financial liabilities, but also predicted financial liabilities. And there is a recommendation attached to each one of them, basically saying, hey, you should wait before you take care of this financial liability. You should wait before you convert your local currency into a foreign currency, or you should actually take action right now. The way this works is essentially with our agentic structure, like I said. So in our backend, we have a fast API server. This server is leveraging 5 different agents. The first agent utilizes the browser use API as a recommendation from one of our mentors to essentially find what is the current state of the market. Is it a bullish market? Is it a bearish market? What is the current rate between the two currencies that we have? What is the RSI essentially? the relative strength index of the market, right? And so we're taking that information into account. We're also taking into account the information of the routes, which we get with another agent as well. And we're getting the entire knowledge of the expenses from the users, which is essentially this part right here that you just saw. And the predictions are also leveraged by an AI agent. That's our third agent. We're taking all of that information into our orchestrator agent, which essentially outputs for each one of your bills, whether you should pay it now or not. If we were to add a bill right here that is coming up very soon, maybe, yeah, the market is not that great right now, but you should take care of that right now. It's not worth waiting. And so we also have our fifth agent, which is essentially how we add trust to our platform. As you can see right here, for each one of these bills, there exists a reason, right? But we know that LLMs, they can hallucinate and they cannot be that reliable. But we wanted to add a safety component to our application because, well, it is ethically sound to be doing so. We're dealing with money of a lot of money for international students, right? Especially from the kinds of situations that they come from. And so every time the agent generates a reason, be that for the choice of a route, be that for the choice of paying a bill or not, that gets put into a public ledger, and then we can leverage that to essentially always retrieve a hash of the previous reasons for doing a certain kind of bill payment.